We are back. This is Norman with Spalding Bare Bones Broadcasting, United States of America. March 9th, year 2012. For all those that picked this up thousands of generations from now, this is something. SOS. Save our ship. Skeleton Nation type of. Skeleton Nation. Now, some who consider me just terrible, not respecting others sacred. Hear ye, a proclamation. There is nothing sacred about anything about this planet, or any of its aspects of living, or any of the living of it, living of it, living of it, living of it. Now, those that consider things sacred here are really hiding behind their little umbrella of thinking they are sacred, and that's why they're offended. If they didn't think they were sacred, they wouldn't be offended. They're going on to the grave and could care less about anything sacred here, the way they rob the place to hold their position of sacred. None of them in sacred do much with these. Not much product coming from these with those sacred human beings and occupying this sacred positions. They ain't putting out much of this. They don't make bricks in Egypt. They need to make bricks in Egypt. All sacred needs to go to Egypt and make bricks. Huh? All sacred, go to Egypt and make bricks. Hurry up. Jewish King Proclamation. Move. There's a big problem there. They ain't got things right yet. We're given it chores to make some bricks in Egypt and had a hell of a time with that. Well, gotta do something with your hands as well as your mind. When your mind gets sacred and your hands get vagrant, got a problem. Then the hands of God are vagrant. Because these are the hands of God. Your mind looks like the sewer. Sacred. And you're all worked up and pouting and sour. Aren't you? Worried about the most irrelevant things right now. Well then, that's what I wanted to say. Gee, I'm sure sorry that those that consider themselves so sacred get offended by what I say, especially the fact that I'm a Jewish king. It's a horrible position, the Jewish king. You live in the cellar with God, for God lives in the cellar. The janitor, Mr. Peepers, stokes the furnaces, talks up to you. You see the hands of God are like a little lazy vagrant right now on this globe. Stingy are the hands of God. Because humans are the closest thing they'll ever find to the mind of God that's ever going to give a hoot about themselves here. Nothing else is going to care about humanity except humanity. So the closest thing they're ever going to find to God is their own mind and wit. What a bet. Giddy going. God. Put God's hands to work. Come up with some product so you can borrow and use it for collateral. Have a surplus you can tax, because now you're trying to tax flow and tax the tax, so that it's just trickling along here, taxing the tax. That ain't working. No product. All written off quick. What'd you take to China and invest? Hot air. Well, hot air doesn't do it. A lot of hot air going around here. Oh. For me, this is cold coming out. Cold air. You get the hot air. Big difference. So, Musami Basedida, I offended you by reminding you I'm the Jewish king. I'm so sorry. If you weren't in such an arrogant position, you wouldn't be offended a bit. You'd laugh like you ought to. It is a joke. I agree. Norman with Spalding, Bare Bones Broadcasting. Skeleton Nation. Thank you very much. What happened? Something funny going on here. No, we can still do it. The technology! The technology!